This is 7/16 and then I'm pretty sure 1/2-inch bolts go through and mount to the fender on the inside. Let's double check. Having a magnetic fender cover is really helpful when you're looking outside. I probably should start disconnecting the wiring up front, so let's do that first. For vintage cars, I like to use JIS style screwdrivers. Number one, because I bought these when I got my Honda motorcycle, and I realized you absolutely need these to have a Honda. And then I also realized too, everything that's vintage has had someone else in there before, and they almost always open up the Phillips head holes. So JIS is a huge lifesaver if you've never worked on a vintage car before, and you already see that, you know, the screw head is manipulated pretty good and you don't know what else to do. Highly recommend just using JIS all the time. That's just my tip. Oh, that's right. This little bucket on the inside. That's how you do it. Okay, so there's a little bucket on the inside. So you have 4 screw mounts in these, 2 of which are to screw the lens onto the valence and seal the marker light. And then the other 2 are to mount the light bucket and trim ring to the valence itself. So this takes 3 socket, and I was able to break those free by hand because apparently I'm pretty bad at tightening things down the way they need to be to deal with the vibrations on the road. Okay. And now the light is stuck. I'm not thinking right. Let's see. Okay, I'm pretty sure the harness connects to the headlight harness. I think I have to take these out to disconnect this to pull the valence off. So everything is snowballing once again. What can I say here? But since it's so windy out, I'm going to use this headlight bucket, not headlight bucket, marker bucket, as a little shield for my screws, my gasket, and mounting nuts in the meantime, just so I don't lose them, because I'm going to be here for a little bit. So, ta-da! Alright, headlights it is. And I think these screwdrivers are magnetic. Not magnetic enough. And I try to put the bolts down in order of operations of sorts, and I lost a nut. this inside really quick. I'm disconnecting harnesses. This is the headlight harness. This, I'm pretty sure, is the marker light, parking light harness. We're disconnecting these because I had to take the harness out at some point anyways. So I have to start, being able to do that. I was right. I'm gonna put it inside really quick too. Actually, I'm gonna rebuild it before I do that, just so absolutely nothing gets lost. You can see there was no prep work at all. Insert. I also removed the flathead screws and then 2 1/2-inch as well as the retaining plate for the top of the grill, and now we're going to go ahead and remove that. Just like that. Let's see. Oh, I see why I lost the mounting. Alright, that's going to need some fixing. I'm going to put this on here for now, just so I don't forget. Alright, we'll put this away. So really quick, guys, I just want to show you a trick. I can't remember if I've shown you guys before, but whenever I'm doing disassembly, because we all like to pretend like we remember everything, but we don't, you always want to put your hardware back where it belongs and then tape over it, so that when you put it away and months go by because you're working on something else, you don't have to try to remember where hardware went or how it was mounted, because the tape tells it all. Okay, so the grill and the grill trim assembly, those were all Phillips, and then clips similar to the interior clips that go in the backs of the seats and the door cards. And then I don't know what you would call this part, but the lower grill assembly piece there, that's all mounted with 5/16 at the bottom. One screw, I think of mine, was replaced, and I'm pretty sure is metric, but it's got a flathead end to it, so I'm gonna unbolt that now. But yeah, pretty much everything on the front is Phillips screw, 1/2-inch or 5/16 or 7/16. Okay, again, so here's the front lower grill piece I was telling you about. Look at the Caspian hiding underneath here. That looks really nice. But again, immediately once you get this off, put all of the bolts back, tape them, and it's super important to do this because the top 5/16 screws here, I was trying to fit into here, and that's where the grill insert goes. So You think you're gonna remember everything, you think you're gonna remember the placement of everything. Don't force that, because it's not worth it. Feed the harness through here, and it's very cold out, so everything is very brittle, more brittle than it was, you know, being 60-year-old stuff. But you know, there you go. The other side unfortunately split at one of the terminals here, but you could see they're pretty corroded. They're probably original, and they're just beat. So this is part of the reason why I'm doing this work again, is because I don't really want to continue to use this harness, even though it hasn't caused me any problems. If you look, let's see, let me move the camera to show you guys what I'm talking about. Oh, perfect, it's already in frame. So if you look here, that goes, I know one of the components on the firewall. I don't know if this is a regulator. I'm pretty sure it is. But that's been like that ever since I bought the car. And somehow that hasn't been an issue. So I don't really want to continue to take chances with stuff like that. And everything else is just showing its age. The more and more you work on it. So it's time on a variety of levels to take the front clip back apart. As much as I hate to say it, and as much as I hate redoing stuff, I didn't have time to do this before. I wanted to get it up and running, and now I'm just going completely nuts, and I'm doing everything once and for all. And we'll just leave that guy. Oh, he wants to go in the socket. We'll leave him like that. We'll take the other bolts I just took out, immediately put them back in their collective places. Now, because this piece is a little bit damaged, you can oh no. Anyways, you could see the top two tangs are broken. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them actually just back in the fender for now, and then when it comes time to put this back on, I'll figure out why, and I'll recollect there was a reason behind that.